All right, it says we're live, so hello. I gotta get my chapstick on so I'm not quite so chapped. Yeah, with the weather being so cold and so on and off again dry, my lips are in dire need of chapstick. So I have chapstick everywhere in my house and in my room because I'm constantly forgetting to like put it in my pocket and carry it around. So I just resort to stashing it everywhere, which is probably not exactly the best thing. I should just remember to put it in my pocket, but either way, here we go. I have a new mug today, and it's got apple cider in it because I already had my coffee for today. But I've got this cute little owl for today. He is very blue in the glazing outside of his feathers, but he's very cool. Since we were talking about owls the other day, I was like, oh yeah, I have this new owl mug. So my sister-in-law's parents got that for me for Christmas. So it's very nice of them. And it's very cool edition. And the handle is kind of cool because it's not fully smooth. It's like got angles and stuff, so you can like actually like press your thumb against it at a flat angle, which is kind of cool. But yes, so, but of course, usually if I'm a right-hander, like the owl faces me when I am drinking from it. So I have to remember, if I want to show him off to you, I have to drink with my left hand. So either way, he's very adorable. So I'm pleased with my Christmas gift, shall we say. Yes, so I have hydration. I have had coffee and water this morning. I have more water and apple cider by my side. So I'm fully ready to be hydrated today. And I did get my fairy lights back up in the background, hanging around on my bookshelf. They're a little harder to see in the daylight, but they are on. So I had taken them to the school to decorate my classroom when I was teaching, and then I had to take them down for various reasons, and then also because I left. So yeah, and I finally got up the motivation to actually put them back up in my background. So there they are. There they are now, all aglow and awesome and colorful. So there is that. All right. So I did not pull a card yesterday, which is why the top card I pulled off. I'm not gonna. Yesterday, if you're interested, yesterday was supposed to be time for a deep dive with the Swan card. Today, we have the Butterfly Spirit, and the main message is that transformation is beautiful. But again, I know some people are not comfortable with bugs, so Butterfly is coming onto the screen in 3, 2, 1. Butterfly is now on the screen. It is a variation of a monarch, I guess, but it's also sort of like the blue monarch in the tail. I don't know. And they've got lots of little ones at the top. Got a crown in between his antenna. All right, the butterfly is now no longer on the screen, so you can look at the screen if you feel like it. So yes. So that is the card for today. Change or transformation is beautiful. So we just had the full moon. So in case you needed some tiger swallowtail, thank you. I could not remember what the name of it was, but yes, I think that's it. That's exactly the one I am remembering. Yes. So words. I don't know what I want to say. Anyway, I'm hoping to get a good bit of work done. Last time I said that, and then I wound up painting in my journal, which was not at all productive. It was very creative and fun, but not at all what I had planned to do. So today I need to do a little bit extra to kind of make up for that. So yeah. But transformation is beautiful. Transformation, which is very appropriate since I'm still changing the outline for Chimera, and all that work, all that planning. I think I had, I want to say probably close to, I know I had close to 30,000 words in a draft. And then I had probably another 60 or 65,000 in series planning and character development and all that kind of stuff, which is like a ridiculous amount of world building, I realize. But it just, like, it was not sort of like connecting. And so I'm having to change a lot of the, I'm having to change quite a bit of Chimera Moon. And so, but I think it's changing for the better. So transformation is beautiful, reassuring me that it'll be okay. And sometimes that's the reassurance you need. Yes. Sometimes. Oh no. No. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. All right. So that was done. So let me say hello to everybody in the chat, and we'll hopefully get into some really good and productive sprints today. That's the goal. We want really good and productive things. Thank you, Maggie. I did as well. So, all right. So, okay. So, Kai says, hello, going to be drawing today. Things like weapon, shield, and flag designs. Ooh, and things which symbolize the guardians of the world. Nice. Okay, so you're essentially going to be doing, how do I phrase this in the adjective form? Heraldic? Herald. You're essentially creating the heraldry icons. Yes. So you might want to, if you need inspiration for that kind of stuff, you might want to look at sort of like the household, because there are, it's kind of fascinating. There are different meanings to the type of borders. And so some of the borders will indicate whether it's a first son or second son, or whether it's a lady knight, or whether it's, so the different aspects of the shield for heraldry is really kind of fascinating. Anyway, so you're going to draw symbols for the planets as well, but you've no idea what you've done with your illustration of the solar system. Oh no, it's never left your room, so try not to panic. It's somewhere in there. CB says, have you tried saying a prayer to Saint Anthony? Yes, the patron saint of lost items and people. Kai says, you've just found it. Yay! So there's a romance story that I have. There's Tante Lulu is a character in the story, and she's constantly praying to Saint Anthony, which is, it's awesome and also hilarious. Becca says, Saint Anthony for the win. Yes, he always works for you. Can't explain it, just always works. Yes. Yeah. And the character is, she indicates that she's praying for like their lost souls as a way, and also for their lost soulmates. And then of course she matchmakes, and hilarity ensues. Yes, but also Saint Anthony is a good prayer to do. So Stacey says, I am here. Yay! Now you can only get some, now I can only get some work done on this computer. Okay, excellent. Well, hopefully it'll be a working session then for you and for us. Your grandmother used to swear by saying a prayer to Saint Anthony. She was a devout Catholic. Yes. Yes, it happened. It helps a lot. So Devin says, howdy. Hello. And CB says, I decided to cut back on streaming till your exam is over and then take the 3-week hiatus after that. Gotcha. Alrighty. And Rebecca, yes, Rebecca, ADHD writer, hello, welcome. Oh, thank you. It's very nice and soft, which is also a bonus because I tend to buy sweaters based on texture. I mean, color definitely has some to do with it as well, but texture is a big thing for me for sweaters. So thank you. Jessica is here. Hello, hello. And you do that with lens cleaners and cloths. Oh, we're talking, yes, leaving them everywhere in the house. Yes. Yes, the owl mug. He's very adorable. Yes. Your aunt and uncle got you a gauntlet glove keyring as part of your Christmas. Oh, cool. Gauntlet glove keyring. I'm trying to imagine that. That sounds amazing. Maggie is jumping over from Lisa's stream. Yay! And yes, it is a gorgeous card. I love this deck. I can't say enough good things about it. It's the Spirit Animal Oracle deck from Colette Baron Reed, in case you were wondering, in case I have not said it recently. That's where we're talking about the Tiger Swallowtail. Charlie is here. Hello. How are you? Are you world building today or are you relaxing today? Or are you working on secret project number 32? Maggie says, monarchs have iridescent black feathers, so they look bluish in the right light. Oh. Butterflies don't bother CB, but wasps do. Yes, I can totally understand that. Mercury is in retrograde as well. Yes, it is. Always. I'm always stumbling over my tongue. CB says, ouch. Gremlins have sharp claws. Yes, they do. Maggie says Aztecs and Nahuatl. I probably mispronounced that. I will look up how to pronounce it during the sprint. Believe that warriors who gave their all and died in battle came back as butterflies. Ah, interesting. Yes. So that's another. We were talking about archetypes the last sprint or last time. Okay. Why? Ah, okay. Because Devin already hid them. That's why. Another archetype of dedicating wings after is sort of like a version of a second life or a version of an afterlife, because a lot of the Western sort of Christian life or Christian faiths have like the belief of angels and sort of like winged aspects. And then we were talking about spirits of the dead coming back in specific birds, and then here as butterflies, again, sort of like a winged creature. Interesting. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, if anybody else is streaming, you might want to warn them. Definitely, for sure. So yesterday, yes. There should be a way to hide the username as well. Yeah. You would think. Maggie says you have a character that prays to Saint Honor, the patron saint of bakers. Nice. Usually pray to Saint Jude, patron saint of lost causes. Ah, okay. So Maggie's character kind of loses her faith when she finds out her late husband was cheating on her with her late sister and that her niece might be his. Oh my. That sounds like family drama about to explode, but if they're all late, well, the niece is not late, so Hello, Tina. How are you? Yay, we are glad you're here as well. Yes, unfortunately, it does look like the mods might be a bit busy today. Kai says, I ended up having a similar thing where the warriors, the owl represent. Yes. Because we talked about that Monday. I think it was Monday. My days are really running together at this point. So, all right. Let's share the screen. And do we want to do a 15-minute warm-up, or do we want to do a full 25? I will take your opinions. Just let me know if you want me to wind this down to 15 or keep it at 25. 15 or 25. What would you like? Maggie says sirens were originally winged women who could turn into sparrows. Oh, it wasn't until the 1700s they were associated with mermaids. Oh, interesting. I might have to go and see if I can find some of the originals then. And Tina is doing good and looking forward to much writing. Excellent. Devin, of course, voting for 75. Becca voting for 25. Maggie is seconding Devin. Tina votes for 15 warm-up. And CB votes for 25. Okay, we'll do the 25 since most people seem to be okay with the longer sprint to start us off. So this does have the typewriter ambient noise in the background. It's from HK Darkwood. So just be aware there will be typing sounds. 1, don't forget to save your document if you've already been working today. If not, now's a good time to pull it up. 2, make sure that you take a sip or have something to hydrate with. 3, make sure that you straighten your spine and roll your shoulders back for a posture check. And 4, make sure that if you need a break or a snack, you do that. All right, 25 minutes in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. All right. How was that? I got, so that was a list of 25 events. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That was all of their 11 events. 12, 13. Okay, so 25 plus 13. Is that 38? I got 38 events, sort of like bullet point listed out, of things that need to happen, things that need to change, transitional event things that are going to have to take place. So yeah. So just going back to listing of events and trying to just boil it down to the important, like the basic idea. And I'm constantly just wanting to like over explain and add more. And so I'm trying this time to like boil it down to the kernel, to like just what's the important part that needs to happen. Just that way, like when I'm looking at my outline, when I'm looking at my like to-do list for when I'm writing, it's very clear as to what needs to be accomplished. Because I tend to like try and just like all the things that distract me, because I want to add them and I want to have more of those details and stuff. No, haul the brain back to. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So I'm at least attempting. And I mean, some of my bullet points are a little long, but it is there. So it is a bullet point rather than a paragraph. So I can like clearly see the things that need to be accomplished. So there is that. I find that it is very difficult for me to be concise with words. And so when people ask like, oh, what's your favorite line? I'm like, oh, do I have one? Because I have like a favorite concept. I have like a favorite paragraph. I don't know that I usually can pinpoint a single sentence or a single line, because I tend to think of things in like the larger chunks. So it's very hard for me to like just the core kernel, just the basic idea. Like the details and all of the other things will come later. Right now, I just need the core. So the rest of the pineapple can grow later. I just need the core right now. I don't know. Does that make sense? Is that a decent metaphor? No, because you usually throw the core away. So I don't know what would be a good metaphor or analogy. Either way, that's a thing to think about for later, because that's just procrastinating if I focus on that. Maggie says to Kai, sort of, but they could change back and forth. Oh, we're talking about sirens and harpies. So harpies, I'm trying to remember if the origin of the is it the Euripides? Is that? No, I think that's fake. I think that's not correct. There was some sort of piece of literature that essentially like the wise women of a group of culture became jealous of the male when the male came and took over, and so then they like prayed to the wrong gods or like gave up their humanity in order to have more power to be able to beat him. But of course, that didn't happen. So they were turned into these monstrous things and had to be controlled and contained. As a lot of literature tends to do at just all kinds of literature is both fascinating and also infuriating in a lot of ways. Classic literature, modern literature as well, but classics can be very, very degrading to lots of groups of people. But yes, there is something about the creation of harpies, or the way that we think of harpies now, that classically in literature is because it was rewritten after a male-dominant culture, male and warlike or aggressive culture conquered a previously matriarchal and more peaceful and long-term thinking society. Fun times. CB got 259 words in that. Nice. Excellent. And Becca wrote about 2 pages. Great. Are you... So in your screenplays, do you still think of it as like a 3-act structure? And do you still have the beats? I'm assuming that those are, because I know the original Save the Cat method was written for Hollywood, so more like screenplay, the original, I think. CB got another 38 words. Oh, nice. Stacy got distracted, but just started working right before the end. Sometimes that happens. Sometimes that ticking clock makes you go, oh, I need to do work. But usually, like, yes, in the very last, sometimes it happens. Tina got 203 words. Excellent. Kaya says you had an interesting time looking into women in heraldry and the rules of the design. Yes. I'm glad we could send you down that little rabbit hole because it is interesting. Elizabeth is late, but that's okay. But you got some reading done and made tea. Yay. Yay for tea. What flavor tea do you have? Maggie says you spent 10 minutes on the phone with the hubby talking about the horrible roads. You love that the truck has Bluetooth for his cell. Yes, that means that he's a little bit more connected even when weather and things are bad, right? Maggie says, good job to Becca. I don't know why Maggie and Becca became Becky. Sorry. So hard sometimes. You finally had to do that with your screenplay, and it had way too many details. You stripped it down to the core, and it really worked. Yes. Yeah. Jessica says, editing part 4 of your outline. So a lot of copy paste and add or remove. Fun, but also not fun. Yes. Yes. Becca says, thanks, Maggie, and hope the hubby is okay. Maggie says, Hesiod, yes, I think that was, yes. Originally described them as beautiful young women, but they were cursed for defying the gods and turned into bloodthirsty creatures. Yes. Yeah, I think that was probably more accurate than my recollection. Kai says, thinking about heraldry is also making you really think about each country's history as well. Good. I'm glad. Maggie says they were used, yes, the harpies were used to punish people and they stole children and might have eaten them. Just maybe. Elizabeth says cinnamon raisin apple with a dollop of honey. Ooh, that sounds very lovely. Also sounds like it would go well in a cake. So, an apple crumb cake, apple raisin crumb cake would be very good. Maggie says he is, but he watched 2 people spin out in the ditch. Oh, yeah, in front of him, but they're okay too. Yes, that's terrifying, both when you do it, but also when you're watching other people do it, and like you can't stop them. Yeah, terrifying. So that's where the author who must not be named got the idea. Yes, Well, there are definitely, yes, yes, there are definitely multiple versions of um, lots of different monsters. So you would love cake tea. It would be good. It would be very good. And I think you can have, like, I know that there's like black tea or green tea pound cake. Um, so yeah, absolutely, you could put tea in cake, and it would be delicious. Sounds like good oatmeal cookies as well. Yes, indeed. Indeed. Yes. Glad everybody's okay. Yes, for sure. For sure. Let's see. If it's icy, yeah. And I tend to try this as well. Elizabeth agrees that it also sounds like a good oatmeal cookie recipe. All right. Okay. Let's do another sprinty sprint. And don't forget that the second sprint is your self-promo time, as I have indicated this side. Don't forget, if you have a YouTube channel, if you have a Twitch channel, a Amazon author page, if you have a new video out, or if you have a new blog post out, whatever it is, social media handles, if you are interested in having people follow you there, whatever it is, don't forget to promote it in the chat during the second sprint, and I'll read those out after the timer. And also, don't forget that if you do not have the blue wrench of power, you will not be able to post direct links. So you might have to spell out dot instead of using the .com. Spell a dot. Okay. I think I have set things up visually. So 1, don't forget to save your document. 2, make sure that you have a sip of whatever you're supposed to be hydrating with if you have not done so already. 3, make sure you straighten your spine and roll your shoulders back for a posture check. And 4, make sure that if you need a break, take one. Those are your reminders. And here we go. 25 minutes in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. All right. That is that sprint. I started transcribing and then reordering things for my outline and making notes of things that are going to need to be rearranged and all of that fun stuff. So I have gotten 418 words that sprint, although a good deal of it was transcribed from my chicken scratch handwriting, but it is better than nothing. So I feel like I got a decent amount of work done that sprint. I had told y'all that I got a new sort of sidebar distraction before we get to the self promo. I told y'all that I had gotten a new Oracle deck, and we used the one I normally do, and we got the Butterfly Spirit. There's another card that has a pretty prominent butterfly in the new deck, and so I just wanted to show you because I thought it looked cool. So this is the Queen of the Moon Oracle deck by Stacy DeMarco. So this is my newest deck. And the card, so again, if you don't like butterflies, there's one coming on screen in 3, 2, 1. Here is the Waxing Give Us 5 card. And the main theme of it is focus. But just look at that. I mean, it's kind of hard to see with maybe if I hold it at that angle. There we go. So we were talking about the sort of monarch swallowtail with the blue iridescent color. But yeah, so she's gorgeous. She also has really cool eye makeup on, which I can never do for myself. Let's see if we can get this to refocus. Hello. Maybe. No, it's just going to be out of focus for a second. Okay, we'll let it do its. Oh yay, there we go. So I just thought I would show you that. But anyway, I'm still kind of figuring out and looking at that deck slowly. So I'm not going to be pulling from them regularly just yet, but I am at least looking through them more carefully. All right, so that was the self-promo sprint. So if you have something to self-promo, again, your YouTube channel, your streaming schedule, your Amazon author page, your Etsy shop, your social media, your website, etc., do feel free to put it in the chat. And it looks like we have quite a bit to go through, so I may have to kind of do these quickly, but I will try and get all of them. So let's do this. Self-promo train. Here we go. CB, so it starts us off, has 32 one-shots on archive for under the username PepperoniFan1982, and one novel which is currently in progress. Yay. Tina has your YouTube channel link, so if you are not following Tina, that's the link you go to do so. Maggie says, here's my YouTube. Join me for #HoldMy. I think it was latte. Is it now no longer latte? Is it now question marks? Hold my who knows what 2022. And there is Maggie's YouTube link. And here is Tina's WordPress. And here is Devin's Linktree, where you can find all of Devin's stuff. And here is the most helpful link on YouTube if you are looking for productivity and writing sprints. Devin's playlist. And here is Maggie says, here is Elizabeth Wright's channel for lovely script streams. Yes, absolutely. And Elizabeth, I know, I think, are you streaming at noon tomorrow Eastern, which would be, is it 6 or 7 GMT plus 1? Do I have that right? Becca says, I finally remade the covers for books 2 and 3 of your Atlas series. Yay! So you need the series covers to be more cohesive. You're really happy with how they turned out. And here is the link to Becca's website. Excellent. And Maggie says, here's also Becca's YouTube channel. Here we go. Yay! All the links. All the links. CB says, I also have some videos on YouTube under this same handle, CB394. And Maggie says, here is Stacy Coates' channel with so many playlists. Excellent. CB says, Devin says, CB is an awesome singer. There we go. Maggie says, here is Kai the Minions channel with great gaming content. Maggie's just doing all the promotion for everybody. Yay! So Maggie says, sorry, Kai, thought I was already following you, but I am now. Yeah, YouTube sometimes does weird things with our follows. So Jack, hello. You're invading from Kibby's stream. Nice. Welcome. I know I said welcome earlier. So, and Barrett also popped in. Hello. And Devin says, hashtag Lord Lori. Yes. And Barrett asked Devin, how goes life? Is it still colder than death up there? Good question. Barrett says, tomorrow you are interviewing Lisa Phipps, MG, a middle grade author of Starfish, all about body positivity and a big, beautiful character in Kid Lit. Oh, that sounds wonderful and fascinating. Absolutely. What time is that going to be? I think I saw somebody had a link later in the chat, but you can remind us if you feel like it. Barrett says, all right, back to my draft. Chat soon. Yes. Sako, hello, welcome. Also hopping over. Yay. Devin says, the temp is above freezing today. That's good, but the brutal cold returns tomorrow. That's not so good. Yes, that was the self-promo time. So Jack says, you don't have anything published. I mean, that's the case for a lot of us here, and that's okay. Nothing published yet, but you are hosting productivity sprints, which we can use for writing sprints, tomorrow at noon GMT, which I did the calculation, or I Googled it. I didn't do the calculation. I Googled. And if I did it correctly, I think that's at 7 a.m. tomorrow Eastern. Matilda, hello. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. And Emma is here. Hello, hello. And Lindsay is also here. Hello, welcome. And Devin said hello back to everybody. Sako streams Monday nights at 8:30 p.m. Nice. That's Eastern. 8 p.m. Yes. Hello, brain. And Devin says, here is Jack's channel. Excellent. Thank you, Devin. And yes, woot for the self-promos. Sako says, I also have a bitchin' playlist of marketing for authors. Awesome. Yes. And I don't think I've made it all the way through the list, but I know I've at least watched a few. I don't remember how many, but I have watched a few. So it's on my watch later, like, connection. So, I said hello, and Devin says, here's Sako's channel. Excellent. And here's Lindsay's channel. Lindsay streams on Tuesdays. Very nice. Lindsay, if you want to let us know what time you regularly stream on Tuesdays, in the chat, so we can write that down as well. Emma says, doing well, getting in some reading today. Excellent. And Jenna is here. Hello, small break during teaching. Sending love to the like button and back to class. Yes, hopefully it is a good class and the break was I'm sure the break was well deserved. So, okay, so here is Barrett Laurie's interview with Lisa Phipps tomorrow. Excellent, thank you. That's what I thought I remembered seeing this pop through. So, CB got 648 words that time. Nice. And Brett says, thank you. Yes. Yes. Maggie and Devin are awesome about finding the links for us. So Becca wrote another page for your screenplay, but also worked on a video that you're doing about ageism for your channel. Ooh, that can be very, very interesting and intriguing. And also, yes, we need to know more about this. Yes. Yes, promo. Okay, so you are 6 p.m. GMT +1. Okay, which I believe is noon Eastern. Kai says, you made your dinner and fantasized about a special edition of your book where the shields and flags are shown in full color. Ooh, that is why the book will never be written. It will be. You're just getting all the world building done because you're treating this like your World Ember, but you're doing it in January. So it's fine. It will get written. And Devin says, here are Lindsay's free resources. Ooh, very nice. Yes. It does. Yeah, it sounds like a very interesting video for sure. And way to go, CB, says Barrett. And Elizabeth says, researched hairdressers for bridal styling. Yes. Jessica moved 5 scenes. Minimal editing at the moment. But hey, progress. And Jack says, I'm working on the method section of your paper. Ah, okay. So you are writing nonfiction at the moment. And that is fine. Tina got 206 words for you. Excellent. Devin says, here is Lindsay's book on Amazon. Excellent. Thank you, Devin. And CB had to put on your hard brace because your wrist is sore from writing that much. I bet. You write very, very quickly. So, yes. Maggie says to Barrett, you are very welcome. Maggie says, anybody else need their link dropped? Maggie is willing to find it. Yes, this turned into a self and each other promo. Yes, it did. Thank you very much. Okay, everyone is doing their Hold My Whatever 2022. Gotcha. Okay. Elizabeth says Maggie's best. CB says, I think mine might be Hold My Clarinet. Very nice. Yes. So good. It's all fun. The mama with all, yes. So we have Tugwaddle for Devin, that guy with all the links. And then we have Tumwaddle, that mama with all the links. Yes. Christina is here. Hello. And Kate is here. Hello. Welcome. Yes. All the things. All right. I think that's finally to the bottom of the chat for us. So don't forget, while we're getting in our next sprint, to make sure you follow all those links, pop them out in a new tab, and follow all those people that you want to, and make sure you have all the links for later streams and things. Okay, so let me share HK's timer again. And here are our reminders. 1, save your document. 2, make sure that you have something to drink. And if you have not had a sip in a while, go ahead and do that. And 3, make sure, oh, Cachet's here. Yay, welcome. And Maggie, real quick, popped that in the chat. There is Cachet's channel with all of the sprints too. So save, sip, yes. Okay, so straighten your spine and roll your shoulders back for a posture check. And 4, make sure that if you need a snack or a walk around, you do that. Those are your 4 reminders. And here we go with a 25-minute sprint. Does have the typewriter audio in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. All right, that was the end of sprint number 3. I don't remember. I did not write down how many words I was at after the last sprint. I am now up to 811 words, which I think probably gives me like around a high 300, maybe yeah, I don't think I made 400, but a high 300 count. Getting some more things reorganized and yeah. So not bad. I do need to save it. So don't forget to save your document as well. And yes, that was how I did. How did y'all do? How did you do? Let's make this bigger so that I can choose where I'm saving it to in a more secure fashion. Close enough. Yes, because that's on my computer itself rather than on OneDrive. How many of y'all use like OneDrive or Google? Like, do y'all trust those 100% of the time? Are you slightly paranoid like I do and trying to have a backup on my actual computer? No, just me? Okay. Yes. Okay. So I did mention that I finished all of my cider, which was in the owl mug. So he is now airheaded, empty. But, and then Devin was, does the owl give a hoot? No, not anymore, because it's too airheaded. So, yes. Also, yes, Devin, we did do 3 25-minute sprints. So it does end up being your 75. So hopefully that makes you pleased. And just Eva popped in. Hey, hitting the like button and wishing you all the words. Thank you very much. I did indeed get some words today, so that's awesome. And I feel like I've gotten on a roll, so I'm probably going to continue. Some days I like take more of a break right after the stream and then tend to other IRL stuff. But I'm going to be continuing, so I will see y'all in the chat of other sprints. And also today is Wednesday, so Charlie should be streaming at 5 Eastern on Twitch. So there's another option for streaming if you do not have a stream to go to on the YouTube. Does that make us sound older on the YouTube? Adding an article. Rose, hello, welcome. You think Devin is your spirit guide? Yes. Devin would make an amazing spirit guide. So Jessica says you're going to run and get some food. Thanks for the stream. You are welcome. And happy writing to everybody. And Kai says you designed a shield and flag and also thought of a plot point. Excellent. And are you posting your designs and your art anywhere yet, or are you keeping them secret until later? Elizabeth says stream planned and dawdled on Instagram. There you go. Got to get a little bit of dawdling in there some days. And Maggie says 692 words after this sprint. Excellent. That's amazing. And Kate got 282 on chapter 34, and you are dashing off to a work meeting. Have fun. And Elizabeth says, I will join you on that, Rose, for counting Devin as your spirit guide. Tina got 224 that time. Excellent. Excellent. Jack says, I use Google Drive, but I hold it locally as well. Yes. Okay. Okay. So I'm not the only one. And Tina says 633 for the stream. Excellent. It's amazing. I'm glad we all got so much done. That's awesome. I have designed the thumbnails and whatnot for the next week of streams. So I will go ahead. That's another thing I have to do after the stream is schedule those so that I am not on Devin's naughty list. So that I won't be doing them 5 minutes before the stream happens. So that's another thing that's going to be coming. So you can click the remind me button once I have those scheduled. Kai says, I have a DeviantArt which you might put them up on, but you need to make them look a little less rough first. Gotcha. Understandable. So, alrighty. Don't forget to save, and don't forget to take a sip of whatever you're supposed to be hydrating with if you did not do that during the stream, because it's been 2 hours since we started streaming. So yeah, don't forget to save, don't forget to sip, stretch if you need to, and don't forget to check out Devin's playlist for more streams, which should be now in the chat, so that you can make sure you find all of the other lovely channels. And don't forget to, if you did not see everybody in the chat, and visit their websites and YouTube channels, please do that. And have a wonderful rest of your day. Just don't forget to save frequently. All right. Bye, y'all.